Hello everyone, this is day 28 of Polity Daily Drill. Let's begin. First question. Consider the following statements. The 73rd Constitutional Amendment Act of 1992 has fulfilled the objective under Article 44 of DPSPs to provide for local self-governance in rural areas. Now, yes, this is correct that the 73rd Amendment Act does provide for local self-governance in rural areas, but it fulfills the obligation of Article 40 and not 44. Article 44 is very popular. It's always in news. It talks about UCC, Uniform Civil Code. So statement 1 is incorrect. Coming to number 2. Panchayati Raj institutions are exclusively rural. That is correct, with no equivalent governance structure for urban areas in the Indian constitutional framework. Now, first part was correct. However, we know that we do have the concept of municipalities, which is under Part 9A of the Indian Constitution, which provides for a governance structure in the urban areas. So 2 is also wrong. This means which of the statements given above is or are incorrect. Both the statements 1 and 2 are incorrect. C is the right answer. Moving on to question number 2. Which article of the Indian Constitution safeguards one's right to remain silent during an investigation? Right to remain silent. So this refers to what? The concept of no self-incrimination, meaning what? Nobody will be forced into being a witness against oneself, or no forced testimonies. So this is Article 20. Article 20, C is the right answer, has 3 aspects. First one is no ex post facto law. Second one is no double jeopardy. And the third one is, of course, no self-incrimination. So C is the right answer. Moving on to question number 3, match the following DPSP. So it's a match the following question. So match the following DPSPs in list 1 with the articles in the Constitution that best reflect them in list 2. So in such questions, we'll firstly try to find out or match the easier ones, the most popular ones. For example, if you read the second one, to promote voluntary formation of cooperative societies. Now, we should know this. Why? Because it was a later addition via the 97th Amendment Act of the year 2011. Right. So, DPSPs have been amended 4 times. One was through the 42nd Amendment Act, where 4 modifications were made. Then through the 44th Amendment Act, then through the 86th one, and of course through the 97th one, where in each case 1 modification was made. So it's very important. So this is of course a later addition, Article 43 capital B. Then the third one, to secure for the citizens a uniform civil code. It's always in news. This is Article 44. We have had a mains question as well a few years back from this topic. And then to organize agriculture and animal husbandry on modern and scientific lines. Again, this is the typical beef ban article, so as to say. This is Article 48. So of course, if you know 3 of them, we can end up with the correct answer. So let's see. This would mean what? Article 41 is the first one, and this is correctly matched. So 1 is A, B is of course 2, C, this is Article 44 3, and Article 48 the 4th one. A is the right answer. Moving on to question number 4. With reference to financial emergency in India, consider the following statements. There is no maximum period prescribed for its operation in the Constitution. This is absolutely correct. Financial emergency, Article 360, no maximum period. Maximum period for any type of emergencies only with respect to President's rule, which is how much? 3 years. So 1 is correct. Second one, repeated parliamentary approval is not required for its continuation is also correct. So we know very well that for national emergency and President's rule, we have to get the approval of the parliament once every 6 months to extend the emergency. This is not the case with financial emergency, which once approved can continue indefinitely till revoked. So 1 and 2 both are correct. Right answer is C. And the last question for today, question number 5. Which of the following comes under the powers and jurisdiction of the Election Commission of India, ECI? Cancellation of polls for irregularities is correct. Yes, it's ECI's power. Election symbol dispute settlement is also the power of ECI. Political party split and merger disputes are also resolved by the Election Commission. Deregister political parties. Now, this is the power of central government. Now, of course, the registration of political parties is done by the Election Commission. But if you have to deregister a party, then the central government will do it. But of course, after taking the advice or the recommendation of ECI. So it is done by the central government on the recommendation of Election Commission. And the fifth one, publish the notification for elections. This is also incorrect. Why incorrect? Because Election Commission only announces the date of election, or rather the schedule of elections. Announcement. The publication is done by the president or the governor, depending on whether it is elections for the parliament or the state legislature. So right answer is B, 1, 2 and 3 only. This brings us to an end of our discussion for today. Let's meet tomorrow. Till then, that's all for me. Jai Hind.